Everything begins in the mind. Before the victory, before the failure, before the action, before the result, there is always a thought. A single thought. And that thought becomes a decision. That decision becomes an action. That action becomes a habit. That habit becomes your character. And your character becomes your destiny. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Most people spend their lives trying to change their circumstances. Very few stop and examine the thoughts creating those circumstances. They want better results, better relationships, better health, better finances. But they carry the same mindset into every situation. And then they wonder why nothing changes. You cannot build a strong life with a weak mind. It's impossible. A farmer can plant the best seeds in the world. But if the soil is poisoned, nothing grows. Your mind is that soil. Every thought you entertain is a seed. Every belief you repeat is a seed. Every story you tell yourself is a seed. And eventually, those seeds become your reality. Think about a lion. When it enters the hunt, it doesn't focus on failure. It doesn't focus on what could go wrong. It focuses on the target, the mission, the objective. Its mind is aligned with action. Most people do the opposite. They focus on limitations, excuses, fear, worst-case scenarios. And then they wonder why they never move forward. Your mind will always move toward what it constantly sees. If you constantly think about obstacles, you'll see obstacles everywhere. If you constantly think about opportunities, you'll begin to see opportunities everywhere. The world often reflects the lens through which you view it. A soldier preparing for battle understands this principle. If he enters the battlefield already defeated in his mind, the fight is over before it begins. The strongest weapon he carries isn't in his hands. It's between his ears. The same is true for you. Every day you are fighting battles. Not necessarily against other people, but against doubt, against fear, against excuses, against weakness. And those battles are won or lost in the mind first. Many people underestimate the power of self-talk. They constantly attack themselves. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. I'm too far behind. I always fail. They repeat these thoughts daily. Then they wonder why confidence disappears. Imagine speaking to your best friend the way you speak to yourself. You wouldn't do it, because you'd recognize how destructive it is. Your mind listens to every word you tell it. Be careful what you feed it, because thoughts are like fire. Controlled properly, fire can forge steel. Left uncontrolled, it can burn everything down. The strongest people in the world are not necessarily the smartest. They are often the people who have learned to manage their thoughts. They understand that negative thoughts will appear. Fear will appear. Doubt will appear. But they don't give those thoughts a permanent home. They let them pass. Then they return their focus to what matters. A storm can pass through the sky, but the sky remains. Your mind should work the same way. Thoughts come. Thoughts go. You don't have to believe every thought you have. You don't have to obey every emotion you feel. You choose what deserves your attention. And attention is power. Whatever you focus on grows. Focus on problems and they expand. Focus on solutions and possibilities begin to appear. A blacksmith doesn't stare at cold steel and complain. He puts it into the fire. He shapes it. He transforms it. That's exactly what you must do with your mind. Shape it. Train it. Strengthen it. Because an untrained mind becomes a dangerous place. It becomes filled with fear, comparison, negativity, victimhood, excuses. But a trained mind becomes a weapon capable of creating extraordinary results. Most people spend years upgrading their phones, their cars, their clothes, their homes, yet they spend almost no time upgrading their thinking. And then they wonder why life feels stuck. Your greatest asset is not your money. It's not your possessions. It's not your status. It's your mind. Because your mind creates everything else. The person with powerful thoughts can lose everything and rebuild. The person with weak thoughts can have everything and lose it. That's how important this is. Look around. Every successful entrepreneur, every elite athlete, every high performer faced moments of doubt, moments of failure, moments of uncertainty. The difference wasn't that they never experienced negative thoughts. The difference was that they refused to surrender to them. They controlled their focus. They controlled their perspective. They controlled their response. That's where power lives. Not in circumstances. In response. Life will never be perfect. Storms will come. Setbacks will come. Disappointments will come. But your response determines everything. One man sees a setback and quits. Another man sees the same setback and grows stronger. Same event. Different mindset. Different future. That's why guarding your mind is one of the most important responsibilities you'll ever have. Protect it from negativity. Protect it from toxic influences. Protect it from constant distraction. Protect it from people who feed weakness. Because what enters your mind eventually shapes your life. Read better things. Think better thoughts. Ask better questions. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. Feed your mind like your future depends on it. Because it does. Every great transformation begins with a new thought. The thought that says, I can do this. I can improve. I can change. I can become more. That thought changes everything. Because once your thinking changes, your actions begin to change. When your actions change, your habits change. When your habits change, your life changes. And that's how real transformation happens. Not overnight. Not through luck. But through the consistent improvement of your thoughts. Never forget this. Your mind is the command center of your life. Protect it. Strengthen it. Train it. Because the quality of your life will never rise far above the quality of your thoughts. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I control my thoughts. I create my future. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will build a powerful mindset that creates an extraordinary life.